Good morning, my fellow yogic travelers. Mighty glad to be alive today, and I hope that you are too, as we continue to live, laugh, love, learn, linger, live the life we love. It's Wednesday, it's my bad joke day, and for those of you who've been listening, I usually make fun of the Jewish tradition, which is my own, which is my message to tell you whatever your ethnicity is. I know there's a sense of humor. It doesn't matter whether you're Mexican or Inuit or Russian or Patagonian. Everybody has a sense of humor. It'd be nice if we could not be so touchy. So first make fun of your own system, and then maybe you'll be able to recognize another system. So this guy comes home and tells his mother, listen, I just got engaged, but I want to play a game with you. I want to bring 3 different women over. I want to see whether or not you can tell which is the one that I'm engaged to. Mother says, that's fine. So he brings over 3 wonderful young women. They sit on the couch. There's the blonde on the side, the brunette in the middle, the redhead on the other side. Mother sits down. Within a minute, she turns to the son and says, I know who it is. She says, which one? The one in the middle. How did you know? Oh, she's the one I don't like. Oh, okay, tough vetting in the Jewish mother household, huh? All right, so my teacher tries to remind us, and once again, for the new people out there, I didn't do a good job shaving today, did I? You'll forgive me for that, right? Bear with it. Here we go, elbow grease. Not so bad. I'll fix it later. So for the people who are not into yoga, even though that's the main metaphor, because I have the most authenticity in that field, I'm not saying it has to be yoga. It could be just a side trip for you. Or you find other ways of engaging your body. But the whole idea is if you don't recognize that stiffness and rigidity in the body is like a straitjacket, that's what you live in, and that's what you move in. And of course, once you understand body-mind is one thing, if your body is so stiff, it's going to limit your thinking capacity, which is a hard thing to think. I think my body has nothing to do with it. People are artists and they do great things in their bodies. I know that. But think of what it would be like if you were looser, not so rigid, both in body and mind. And the key, of course, is that when you practice the poses, you compare one side to the other and you verify the differences and you make adjustments. Now think about how that would help you in your daily life when you have to make choices between one thing and another. You can measure, weigh, and discriminate and make a better choice for yourself. All right, next thing is you got to take time out to do that, right? Our culture heaps tons of guilt on you if you want to stop being the production mode, get out of the social net, like you don't have time to celebrate. When are you going to factor in the fun? So you got to make that part of your life. All right, so critical thinking is important. My teacher Ram Dass used to say, are you willing to remember that we're all attached to a limited point of view? And until you're enlightened, the only work you have to do, no matter what you think you have to do, is to work on yourself. Like Job in the Bible, one aspect is you can't understand the mystery. You can call it divine mystery or God's plan. They're all choices between mistake. You can't understand it solely with reason, only up to a certain point. Then you have to experience it and not try to contain it. In the Indian tradition, it says you have to honor Shiva to come to Ram, which means the chaotic aspect, the destructive aspects of life are some of the things that brings you closer to surrender to spirit. At times we don't know where to stand, what to do next, yet it's only at that moment that we're open to the possibility of something new happening. My male mentors remind me that you begin as a novitiate or an initiate, and to end up a Gnostic, someone who knows, you have to have a kind of operator's manual. You can't understand yourself without this. That's why I was speaking yesterday about the inner ruler, the inner information gatherer, the inner get-it-done part of yourself, and the inner playful joy part of yourself. Right? See what happens if any of those things are underdeveloped or shadowy. So I know we all want to get out of stuff, but remember, panic is a mode where you push out against stuff blindly. Like that's why the fire laws, the doors go out, because when people panic, they push out. And yet all of the yogic teachings or the meditative teachings or the self-reflective teachings or the mindfulness teachings, they're all about what? Going within. So I hope you step forward with determination into whatever path you feel is right for yourself and course correct as you go. And if you didn't hear any of this before, if you didn't know this before, now you do.